thank you for as many as are watching this video right now, and as many, oh Lord, are having issues or challenges in their marriage. I pray, oh Lord, that through this, one person or some persons will be blessed, and their homes, oh Lord, everything that is making their home uncomfortable, you start untangling it and give them your peace. In Jesus' name, amen. Hello everyone, this is Eloy again coming your way. The previous videos, there was a part 1 of tough husbands issues. The second one, when people wanted to know who I am, and I introduced myself briefly on whatever the little I know of myself. We will talk about today that, people say, okay, why tough marriage? Why tough husbands? Why do women go about and do so many things to keep their husbands in check or want to have dominion or control? I promised us that during the first video, I'm going to tell you some things that happened to me personally, and then one we know happened in the place where we used to live, to know how far, how well women, or how some women, I call them daredevil women, could go in a way to control their homes or control their husbands. And at the end of the video, I'm going to ask us questions to make it kind of interactive. I welcome your comments, or if you can answer those questions in our next video, and we'll shoot out your questions. I'll talk about your answers. And then we all know, okay, some of us all know, the Bible said in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God. So we're going to start today with the Word, and I would like to read from the book of 2 Kings chapter 9 verse 30. And when Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel, we all remember her, heard of it, and she painted her face. Other scripture says she painted her eye. She painted her face and tied her head and looked out of the window. What was she trying to do? She wanted to seduce. She wanted to seduce the men coming her way. And then the second scripture is taken from the book of 1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9 and 10. And it says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, which with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair or gold or pearls or costly array. From these two scriptures, we'll see that women, they do things to themselves, or they do stuff to try and charm their men, or to charm the man. Women go out of their way to charm their husbands, or to charm their spouse, to charm their mate. Jezebel, she painted her eyes, tried to give that, and things like that. The Bible said in the 1 Timothy that if you want to win your husband to yourself, not with braided hair, it's not with that. It has to come with your character, it has to come with your attitude, your humility, your meekness, and your godliness, as from the help of God. That is how the Bible says women of old won their husbands, good women. We'll find out that these two women, they used their eyes, they used their hair, jewelries and stuff. It's not supposed to come, but in today's life, I want to, link of charms, how women use charms to want to control men. And as I promised us in the first video, I want us to quickly talk about, I'll really share a story. When I was much younger, I just had my first 2 children, Chris and Ene, and I found that I was going for a meeting, women's meeting, and then there was this one who just called me aside. I don't know what sent her, probably for any reason. She now called me. I said, Madam, are you interested in buying something? She brought something in a bag. I said, what is it? She now called it kayamata. So what does that mean? I don't even know what that means. But then I feel it's something that you do that, to use on your husbands. I said, what is it? She now told me that when you buy it, you're going to use it. She was trying to go into details, so you're going to use it like this, you're going to use it like that. And before you know it, your husband will love you. Anything you say, he will do. If you say, he will do. You know, jump, you say, how high? You know, everything, your husband will be under you. You're going to use it for 6 months, and it's going to cost 20,000 naira. As at that time, how was what our salary? Less than 8,000. I'm using back of African currency, Nigerian currency. I said, so I now asked her, you know, after she was a good marketer, you know, and she thought she had seen somebody who was going to patronize her. So I asked her, after 6 months, and this thing finished, and I don't have another 20,000 naira to renew, so that means my husband will not like me again. She looked at me. That is like, she said in her mind, and she must have said bad markets, you know. But then I now asked her another question. I now said, so that means I'm buying my husband's love. And that means he's loving me because of an external force. You know, I can't remember so well what I told her, but then she gave me a dirty look, and then she just walked away. And then I told us, this was another real testimony. This was years later. A woman, she was young, but then I know that she was not the wife of, she wasn't the wife of the man. You understand, the man himself. Let me call him Mr. Lagbaja. She wasn't the wife of Mr. Lagbaja, because Mr. Lagbaja had, I know he had 3 children, grown-up children. But this one was just, you know, young, fine girl. She had no child with him then. But then, well, what's my own? She was my neighbor, fine and good. But then later on, Mrs. A, she so enjoyed how Mrs. Lagbaja was, you know, the husband was always doing her like queen, you know, treating her so nice and all that. She was so interested. And one day, she now went to meet, Mrs. A went to meet Madam Lagbaja. I said, Madam Lagbaja, I like how you are doing, how your husband treats you. Please, can you show me the way? My husband beats me. He doesn't give me money. I mean, look at how I'm looking. So, for a long time, Mrs. A was pestering Madam Lagbaja. Until Madam Lagbaja, you know, got worried and said, okay, if I show you what I'm doing, you will be able to bear it. She said, anything, I cannot continue this suffering again, you know. And she now gave, Madam Lagbaja gave her a date and told her, say, come, you know. And when the dates came, Mrs. A went to Lagbaja's house, and then she opened her bottom box. You know, she have all this line of Ecolag, big boxes of clothes. The bottom one. When she brought out, I'm checking if I have a bottle of, an empty bottle. But then you have good imagination, I'm sure. But so use your imagination. From the bottom of the box, she made Mrs. A vow or promise with her oath that what she was about to see, right? That she, how will I put it? She will never tell anybody, or else something bad will happen, because it's meant to be a secret. Mrs. A promised. And when she eventually brought out a bottle, the image of her husband was live inside that tiny bottle. That was the first time Mrs. A was seeing a human spirit or soul literally inside the bottle. She opens it, pours stuff into it, a concoction, definitely something she was given, pours it into it, and then start talking to it. Start talking, and the husband will be, you know, yes, and the husband will be doing. And then in the real world, the husband will be doing what she asks, anything. So, but then when you want to make promises, or if you are going to make a vow, be careful. Mrs. A could not bear it and couldn't handle it, and she ran out, and then she broadcasted it. That is how we got to here. My friends, when she did, not long after that, the husband she was going to look for diabolical way to control died, because she had already sworn that she was going to keep a secret, and she didn't. On that note, one of these days, one of these episodes, I will tell us another story of how it's important if you this our mouth should not put us in trouble. But that's the video for another day. God bless you. So at the end of the day, we find out that why do women go out of their way, to try to look for means to control their husbands? And on that note, I had said I was going to ask us the question. You, my dear viewers, you are going to, as many of you that will be humble and sweet enough to give answers in the point of comment, why do you think husbands are tough? Why do you think women go out of their way to do the unspeakable to keep their husband in control? And why do you think some women still succeed in keeping their husbands humble? Remember is it Nebuchadnezzar? No, not Nebuchadnezzar. King Xerxes. He called his wife. He wanted to pose with her. My wife is beautiful. She wanted to just refuse a little to show her friends that her husband cannot mess up with her. How can he just call me like that? And before she could say Jack Robinson, she was dethroned and her crown given to another woman, Esther. There are so many women out there that are trying to wear your crown if you don't know how to let your husband love you. Let your husband look up to you. Let your husband trust you. Let your husband love you. There are so many women that want to be a Queen Esther. There are so many women that are praying for you to mess up so that they'll take your husband quickly. And before you know it, you are no more the queen of your kingdom called your house. So please make comments on these answers. Why you think that women go out of their way to control their husbands, or why you think that men are tough? Is it necessary for them to be tough? Is it needed for men to be tough? Please be encouraged and give your comments, and we'll discuss it in the next video. I look forward to hearing from you. God bless you again until we meet in the next video.